Visit CCGCastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. I'm so excited. The new Steam Siege has just been released on the trading card game online, and I just woke up early at this moment. I actually woke up at 6 a.m. and I just started to test some decks, and the first deck that I actually come to build is, of course, Yanmega BREAK with the Vileplume. Since I like interactive decks, and you can probably notice that by watching my channel, I decided to build Yanmega BREAK. I don't know why always is hitting in my hand Yanmega Prime, but it's Yanmega BREAK with the Vileplume. So basically the same combo as it was good in the past with the Heart Gold Soul Silver was Yanmega Prime with the Vileplume. So basically Vileplume will item lock your opponent in your hand, so both players will not be able to play item cards. And on the other side, if you have exactly 4 cards in your hand with this Beast Yanmega Sonic Vision, you will be able to attack without attaching energy cards. So basically you can hit with Assault Beam or Boom, whatever, for 50 and 70 more if your opponent has tool attached on it. And of course for 100 with Yanmega BREAK, and this attack will not be affected by weakness and resistance. So I really like this. But the good thing is that you can also maybe play Ranger and pretty much remove the effect of attack, so I guess it would be able to hit for weakness in this case. I didn't try that, but I'm not sure about this ruling yet, so I definitely need to test that out. And yeah, pretty much that's all from those 2 combos. So I'm also running 4 copies of Shaymin, so I can actually have turn 1 Vileplume in place, so I can item lock my opponent, and I don't need to worry about that. So 24 Pokemons, 36 trainer cards, 0 or 0 energy. I guess Italian would say 0. Alright, so yeah, pretty much 4 Shaymin, 3 line of Gloom, Vileplume, and Oddish. Running 4 copies of Yanma, of course, with 4 copies of Yanmega and 3 Yanmega BREAKs. From item cards, I'm running 4 copies of Acro Bike. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put 1 into your hand, discard auto card, 1 tech card, and this 1 tech card is Captivating Pokepuff. Your opponent will, his or her hand, put any number of Pokemon basic you find there on the opponent bench. Very good, you can put down those Shaymins, you can put down those Hoopas, any other Pokemon, so you can definitely screw up your opponent. So I really like this Captivating Pokepuff. This will definitely kill Night March in my opinion. Also 2 copies of Night March in Expanded. Also 2 copies of Level Ball, so you can actually search a deck for Oddish, Gloom, Yanma, so you can definitely have a little bit of acceleration. 2 Revitalizer. Put 2 grass Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. Very good card, very strong card. It can help you to put any 2 grass Pokemon from your discard pile. So you can basically pay Ultra Ball for any 2 grass Pokemons and put it back with your Revitalizer. It's good in the early game to set up. It's good in the mid or late game. It's good anytime. 4 Trainers Mails, 4 Ultra Balls, of course. No VA Seekers in this deck because you don't need to play VA Seeker with this deck. 4 copies of Judge because you need to have 4 cards in your hand, so that's the reason why 4 copies is needed in this deck. Same as 4 copies of Birch Observation, because if you get Tails, you're again driving 4 cards and you can attack for 100 with your Yanmega BREAK. So that's the reason why I'm running 4 Birch and 4 Judge in this deck. Very reasonable. 2 copies of Lysandre. Of course, you need to have Lysandre so you can hit knockout something on your opponent bench like a Zoroark. Definitely good. But also Lysandre is good because you can just buy some time by Lysandring your opponent Pokemons, for example, and pretty much it's always good to have Lysandre in play. 2 Pokémon Ranger, really need to have them in your deck. Because with Ranger you will be able to remove all effects of attack on each player's and his or her Pokemon. So I think that will definitely remove Barrier Break from your Yanmega, and you will be able to hit for weakness. I'm 100% sure in that, but I definitely need to check that. I mean, that's the rule of the card, and it's definitely be that. But also it will remove the Glacian lockdown on your Mega, so you can definitely hit Glacian for 100. And the reason why I'm running 2 copies of Pokemon Ranger is just because of the Glacian, because you need to attack twice in order to knock him out. Also 4 copies of Forest of the Giant Plant and 3 Float Stones, so you can actually have Float Stone on your Vileplume, Float Stone on your Shaymin, Float Stone on your another Shaymin, and just in case your opponent Lysandre one of your Shaymin, since you're not running energy cards, you can just easily retreat with it. So in my opinion, definitely very good deck and very balanced build. You can maybe just cut one Captivating Pokepuff and add fourth Float Stone instead of it, if you just want to have completely control over your retreat. In my opinion, this can also work, but I decide to roll with one Captivating Pokepuff because sometimes it can definitely work, because you can also see your opponent's hand and you can know what he has in his hand, what he does not have in his hand, so it can definitely work for you. So you can basically decide should you roll with the Vileplume or not. If you're looking for any of these cards, as usual, visit CCGCastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase by typing exclusive. By typing TCG Center 5 code, you can find everything in the link in my video description, so you should definitely check that. Pretty much everything is stocked up, so you can definitely buy any card for pretty good price, and you can also get 5% discount on your purchase, so you should definitely visit CCGCastle.com. So let's move to some game tests so you can actually see me in action against one of my subscribers. The match will definitely be very exciting, so stay tuned till the end. So see you in the game. Alright guys, so let's kick off. So I'm starting first. Let's take a look on the opening hand, which is, it would be pretty decent if I get Yanma or Oddish, that's for sure. Actually, Oddish would be better because I had that Float Stone, and I would also be able to evolve into my Gloom turn 1, but unfortunately for myself, I was not able to get one, so that means that my opponent can take one extra prize right here. Alright, so I'm going to drop 7 new cards. Hopefully this time is going to be a little bit better. Okay, it's a decent. At least I have forced into Giant Plant and Gloom, so that means that I can get rid of 2 cards from my hand. Who knows what I can top deck. If I can top deck something, that can definitely be the good thing, but on the other side, it might just be pretty bad. So I guess any kind of Ultra Ball will work, any kind of Acro Bike will work, any kind of Trainers Mail will work. Any kind of Judge or Birch Observation is going to work. But even Yanma top deck is going to work because I also have that Yanmega in my hand, so... Alright, just managed to get another Shaymin as a top deck. Not happy with that, but... at least I can play Shaymin for 2. Alright. I guess it's time for Birch Observation. Definitely. Alright, 7 new cards. This can be very good. So there is Yanma, there is also a Yanmega. I have that Captivating Pokepuff in my hand, so let's see my opponent's hand. Interesting. Interesting. So let's go with the Ultra Ball. For 2 Rangers, I'm not going to need the Rangers right here in this matchup. For Shaymin, of course, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my Level Ball and basically grab 1 more Yanma, put it down to the bench, play Shaymin for 6, and hopefully I'm going to get a few Trainers Mails and Acro Bikes so I can go through my deck. Alright, so there's another Yanmega, another Yanma, and a Acro Bike. Alright, Trainers Mail, let's see what I can get with that. Float Stone will definitely work. Yeah, there is a Float Stone, so that means that I'm going to item lock my opponent. And I'm going to retreat on my Yanmega, and pretty much I'm going to leave him without option to play item card. So I know what he has in his hand, so he's definitely going to play that Professor Sycamore for 7, that is for sure. On the other side, I can just... oh, he actually decided to not go with that. So I can just hit for 100 right here. Since that Dribbler is actually weak, I can take 1 extra prize, which is Revitalizer, but I cannot play it. So let's see, another Dribbler just enters the play. There's a Jolteon and Sycamore right now, so he definitely needs to get Escadrille, Metal Energy, so he can actually use Dredge, and then actually even double Colorless Energy, so he can use Dredge and hit for 100 right here. This attack will not be affected by resistance, but at least he can hit for the weakness, for the 100, and that's definitely not good. But at least I managed to get my Yanmega break. And I can hit for the 50 right there. I'm going to be knocked out next turn. So I definitely need to control the pace right here. And there is a Zorua for my opponent and the Bridget. So he's definitely going to expand his bench for 2 Octilleries and 1 more Drill Burst. So he can definitely knock me out right there with the Match Cloud, that is for sure. And I need to promote one of my Pokemons in play, so I guess my Vileplume is going to absorb some damage, just because I can free retreat with it. So let's see on the top deck. Hopefully I'm going to top deck something that I can play. So there is a Oddish. I guess I don't want to play Oddish, because the Escadrille, it's going to be knocked out, that is for sure, but having another Oddish in play is just like, well, I don't want to have another Oddish, but I don't have another option, so pretty much hitting for 100, knocking out my opponent Escadrille, grabbing 1 more prize, which is Shaymin. Yeah. Alright, of course, normal choice to pick Jolteon in the active, because it has free retreat. There is Zoroark, so with a double Chorus energy, oh, luckily no double Chorus energy. So my Yanmega will survive. I definitely need to get tails on the Birch. Oh, look at this. There is Lysandre, but there is no option actually to knock out his Jolteon on the bench. So I'm going to play my Birch Observation for 4 cards, and I can knock out his Remoraid, but then probably I'm going to suffer the knockout. So I'm going to promote my Vileplume in the active spot, just because I want to get another Yanmega break in play. So far, Vileplume did a great job. Just another Birch, just another pass, I guess. I know that he have a Metal Energy in hand, but he's just bluffing. I know he have that poker face. So it definitely needs to get another Yanmega break in play. I mean, look at his hand. He have like 6 cards in his hand, and you just want to tell me that he does not have ability to attack with his Zoroark. Well, probably he does not have. Alright, never mind. I can still have another Vileplume in play pretty quickly. It really doesn't matter, so I'm going to get knockout right here on my Vileplume, but I will have turn of the item cards. And the most important thing is that I can respond with my Yanmega break, which is the most important thing. So he just decided to retreat. Oh, yeah. Let's go with the Birch. 7. Birch for 7. There's another Glum in play. And I'm going to pass. So I'm looking forward to knock out his Jolteon. That's for sure. But I need to get another Yanmega in play. So there's double Chorus energy. Will he actually start to attack my Vileplume? Probably not. There's Zen. Alright, so I'm going down to 4, which is good. And he's going down to 5. There's Yanmega. Alright, so there's another attacker that I can use. So Abyssal Hand for 1. There is a stand-in, and that's going to be a knockout, that is for sure. Mind Jack for the knockout. I'm getting rid of my Vileplume, but that means that I will just put another Vileplume in play very quickly. So another Yanmega. There's Acro Bike, there's Trainers Mail, there's a lot of cards in my hand that I can actually play. There is Yanmega break. And I definitely want to have that in play. So let's see what I can get with the Trainers Mail. Trainers Mail for Revitalizer. And I guess I can put Revitalizer into my hand. Of course, for one more Yanmega. Put it into the play. But for now, I'm just going to hit for the 100 right here. Basically because my opponent is not able to knock out none of my Pokemons in play. So I'm down to three prizes. There is another Float Stone, which is very valuable resource at this moment. So I need to get a Lysandre. Definitely. There is Ultra Ball for my opponent. I definitely need to get Lysandre so I can knock out his Jolteon. Once I'm able to do that, this will probably be the GG for him. So he actually had that Hex Maniac, so having Hex Maniac will definitely be the good job for him. So there's a Beazle hand, and what he can get with it. He should definitely play V-Seeker for Hex Maniac if he can do that. So there is Dredge, and he's going to hit me for like 100 right here, so not bad. So that means that I'm going to put another Yanmega in play. Yeah, pretty much. Hit for 100. Alright, so we are still equaled. Near equaled. 21 cards, 12 cards left from my opponent, so he's going to knock out my Yanmega, and after that I'm going to promote my Gloom in the active spot to absorb some damage. I have Float Stone ready to retreat, and then I can actually easily knock him out with my Yanmega, not with my Yanmega Prime because break, because I just want to keep my Yanmega break for that Zoroark, because he's definitely going to stand in and knock out. So there is a N, not a big deal, I guess. It even helps a little bit right there. Oh, it really helps a lot right there. So a Beazle hand, as long as he didn't play that V-Seeker for Hex Maniac, I'm more than happy. So I'm definitely going to absorb 100 damage, and I can even absorb 100 damage with my Yanmega, I guess, instead of risking a Gloom in the active spot and not being able to retreat. So I guess I can definitely promote my Yanmega into the active spot. So let's take a look at the top deck. It's a Judge, so I'm first going to play, of course, my Acro Bike, and I'm going to play my Shaymin just to get a few more resources. Something like a Float Stone will definitely be the good job. So there is a Float Stone, and I'm definitely going to play my Judge right here just to get 4 cards so I can knock out his Escadrille. There's even Vileplume, so I can even play Vileplume this turn and play. But I guess for now I'm not going to do that. I will just knock out his Escadrille. So I'm down to 2 prizes, I'm moving down to 2. And basically I have that Revitalizer in my hand, which will allows me to grab another Yanmega and put it onto my bench. And yeah, it looks like that my opponent Evil will miss attack this turn, so if I can get Lysandre, I can definitely do the great job by Lysandre in his Zorua on the bench. So Super Road, probably for Zoroark, I will assume for Zoroark, for maybe, yeah, Zoroark and Escadrille probably. But the question is, does he even have Drifblim? So he just decided to roll with Zoroark and with Metal Energy. There's a Beazle hand for 2. Silent Lab, pretty decent. Really like that. So right now I even need to have Stadium in play, but I have plenty of Stadiums left. And there is Ultra Ball, so he's definitely looking for that Zoroark, so he can actually have one in play. Yep, there it is. As long as he does not have Hex Maniac or something like that, I'm more than happy because I can down one. I can go down to the 1 prize. There's another Trainers Mail, so first let's play some Trainers Mails. There is Force to the Giant Plant, which is good. And I'm going to play another Trainers Mail. And this time I'm going to grab my Lysandre, which will probably be it, since I can just retreat. I can play my Lysandre onto his Zoroark, and I don't know if I should actually, in this situation, even play my Vileplume. If I play Vileplume, I can put my Yanmega BREAK into the play. So let me see, Yanmega BREAK, and so how many cards right now I have in my hand? 5, which means that I'm going to play my Vileplume, item lock my opponent so he cannot play item cards, and I'm going to hit for 100. And maybe GG. Maybe this is GG. There's another Yanmega BREAK, so I can actually evolve next turn, but the most important thing that my opponent does not have attacker at this moment. And basically, even if he ends me down to the 1 card, I can definitely live with that. So let's see what he can do. It was very, very good matchup right there. I should definitely say that. Very tough matchup. So I also made this deck that my opponent actually played. If you're interested to see Escadrille Evolution deck, definitely check that out. But the only thing that I miss in this deck are actually Zoroarks. I'm not playing with the Zoroarks, so let's see. But the only chance that he can does is actually play Jolteon and N. So, but the question is, can he get another N? I'm not sure how many Ns he played. He actually played 2 Ns, and I will assume that he played actually only 2 Ns and 4 Sycamores in his deck. So let's see what he's going to do. So he promoted his Octillery into the active spot with the Beazle Hand. I only need to take 1 prize, so there is a Beazle Hand for 3. Can he get N and the enemy down to 1 card? This will definitely be a big move. So let's take a look. There is a Sycamore for 7, which means that this is pretty much a GG. So basically my Vileplume item lock helps a lot because I saw that he had that V-Seeker in his hand, and basically he would be able to play V-Seeker for and me down to 1 card and basically get some chance to maybe power up another Pokemon in play, but this time it's pretty much GG. I even have another Yanmega BREAK, and I even have that last Judge in my hand, so I can just easily knock out my opponent. Remoraid for 200, actually for 100, because it's not affected by weakness and resistance. So I hope you guys enjoy watching it. It was definitely a very nice matchup to watch. Once again, there is a full deck list for this Yanmega BREAK Vileplume deck. If you would like to play this and build, I definitely recommend you to play something like that. It's definitely an interesting deck for the next format, and it has a lot of fun and potential. So once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more future videos. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave comments below. Till the next time, have a nice day and goodbye.